What's the most inaccurate thing your child has ever been taught in school? My 8-year-old Emma came home crying because she accidentally swallowed her gum at lunch. She was shaking and kept saying, "I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die." I asked her what happened. She said Mrs. Garcia told the whole class that gum stays in your stomach for 7 years and can kill you if you swallow too much. I hugged Emma and said, "Honey, that's not true. Gum comes out when you poop, just like everything else." But Emma shook her head. Mrs. Garcia said a kid in another school died from swallowing gum. She showed us pictures of gum stuck in someone's stomach. The next day, I packed my stethoscope in my bag. I'm a doctor at Children's Hospital. I emailed Mrs. Garcia asking if I could talk to the kids about what really happens when you swallow things. She said yes right away. When I walked into the classroom, 24 second graders stared at me. I said, "I heard you learned that gum can kill you if you swallow it." Every kid nodded. Some looked scared. Mrs. Garcia smiled big from her desk. I pulled out a real x-ray on my tablet. "This is what your stomach actually looks like," I said. "See? No gum stuck anywhere." The kids leaned in close. Mrs. Garcia stopped, smiling. "Your body is really smart," I explained. "It pushes everything through, even gum. It comes out in 2 or 3 days, not 7 years. A boy raised his hand. "But Mrs. Garcia said it sticks like glue." I shook my head. "That's not how your body works. I've been a doctor for 15 years. I've never seen anyone die from swallowing gum." Mrs. Garcia stood up, fast. "Well, thank you, doctor, but we need to do reading now." I started putting my stuff away when a girl asked, "So we won't die if we swallow gum?" All the kids started talking at once. Mrs. Garcia's face got red. She said, "The health book says." I pulled out my phone and showed her medical websites. "Every doctor knows this is wrong," I said nicely. She asked me to come outside. The kids watched as we left the room. "You just scared all these children," she whispered angrily. "Now they'll think they can swallow anything." I stayed calm. "But isn't it worse to scare them with lies?" She crossed her arms. "I've taught health class for 20 years. I know what I'm talking about." That night, Emma asked if Mrs. Garcia was mad at her for asking more questions about gum. I said no way. The next day, Mrs. Garcia gave a quiz. One question was, "What happens if you swallow gum?" Emma wrote, "It comes out when you poop," and got marked wrong. She came home crying again. I called the principal right away. I brought medical books, doctor websites, and Emma's quiz to our meeting. When we showed Mrs. Garcia all the proof, she said, "Well, this is what I was taught in college." The principal asked, "But is it true?" Mrs. Garcia was quiet for a long time. Then she said, "It's better to be safe than sorry." I looked at the principal. My daughter is scared to eat anything now because her teacher is teaching medical lies. 1 week later, the school got new health books. Mrs. Garcia had to take a class about real medical facts. On Emma's next report card, Mrs. Garcia wrote, "Asks great questions." But at parent night, she wouldn't even look at me. Now Emma asks me about everything she learns. "Dad, is this real or is it just another Mrs. Garcia thing?"